Get to know speaker and success strategist Shelley Meche'tte, who dedicates her life and purpose to the empowerment of women. She's also the author of 70 Days of Happy. Life is better when you smile. This question for you is what prompted you to even start the mission to inspire other women?
Well, I'll tell you, as far as I can remember, even going back to being young, people have always come to me asking questions. What should I do? Or what do you think about this? Or what do you think about that? As I got older, I fell into the same thing that a lot of us fall into as far as self-esteem issues and people just really being cruel about my complexion and things of that nature. And so I found myself one day sitting in a mirror just crying. Just literally crying because I couldn't find anything about me that I liked. And so I was able to sit in that mirror, girl, for I don't know how long, because I'm like, I'm not leaving this mirror until I find something I like about me. But I finally found my smile. And I said, oh, I like my smile. As time went on, I began to realize that I've been purposed for something special. God has given me something. So if I felt this way about me and I couldn't find out who I was, how many other women are walking around pretending in life, loving on other people, giving of themselves, and not knowing who they are? And so that really inspired me as a woman to just be able to open up my arms to other women and say, I know where you are, I know where you've been. I know we wear masks a lot, but I'm here to say, whatever you are, whoever you are, wherever you are in life, I'm here to open up my arms to you and hold you. We all need a hug. And I just feel like I want to empower women and put that back into them.
Wow, what a beautiful spirit you have.
Thank
My
you.
goodness, how you took something like an insecurity in yourself, turned it around, and then now you set out to encourage and empower
Yes.
other women.
We can do so much together. So
I
much.
absolutely agree. Now, you wrote a book recently. Is it 70 Days of Happy?
Yes, 70 Days of Happy. Life is better when you smile.
Ooh.
I told y'all I found one thing about myself.
And you stuck with it.
I stuck with that.
Okay, so tell me about the book. When was it launched? And
The
what's it
book
about?
actually was launched, I believe it was June 2016. But the reason that I ended up writing it is because I ended up doing a challenge on Facebook. And that particular challenge was not to say anything negative for like a full 90 days. And so I'm pretty much a
In
positive
general,
person.
like
just
throughout the
in
day?
everything.
Like a no complaining kind
No
of deal?
complaining
Okay.
for 90 days. And then at the end of the day, you would say something that you were grateful for. Well, I'm already a pretty happy person, you know, but I still found that in those days of, you know, being intentionally aware of, you know, even standing in line like, oh my gosh, you
How
know,
easy it
and
is
how
to complain.
easy it is to complain. So when I was done, I was like, wow, that was a pretty cool little exercise there. And I said, wow, I learned a lot about myself.
I love that.
And so I wanted to be able to put that into a book. And so within that, I found that in 70 days, you know, when you sit and when you're intentional about it, you really can turn some things around. I know a lot of times we look at 30 days and we're like, you
Right.
can really make a difference, and you can. But I
Sometimes
found
you revert back, right?
sometimes you do. But I found that if we just stick in it just a little while longer and make it a little more intentional, then we really can develop some better habits.
Absolutely.
And the things that are in the book are not just about self. The things that are in the book are you're happier when you prepare for your family when you leave. I know it don't sound good, but I promise you, when you prepare for your family and you create a legacy, you know, that they can follow behind, it really does make you feel like a much happier person because you've prepared for them.
Okay. So who was your target audience when you created the book?
My women. the women whom I love, the single moms out there who are frustrated, you know, who don't know sometimes how to smile, who are smiling for other people.
Yes.
When do we smile for ourselves?
Oh, I love that.
When do we smile for us? It's okay that we do all of these things for our spouses or, you know, our partner, our children, our job. That's fine. But when do you stop and say, it's not about you today. I'm smiling because I love me, and that has nothing to do with you.
It's all about me.
You see what I'm
About me
saying?
in this moment. In this moment. Can I have
Can
this
you
moment?
have this moment? Is that okay?
For women, it is like that. Like, can I have, you know, you're doing
Yes.
the kids, the family, the job, everybody.
Yes.
Women are such strong creatures. We are amazing,
Yes.
amazing women, and always pulled in different directions. And you're right.
Is it okay if I just close the bathroom and take a bath and just cry for 10 minutes? Sometimes we just need to just
Without
release.
somebody like, why are you
Right.
why are you taking a bath? Like,
Exactly.
take a bath. I
Just
wanna
close
take
the
a
door.
bath. Okay, well, you exemplify and exemplify what a strong woman is. So, in your opinion, can you define what a strong woman, define a woman's strength? Because I feel like we need to hear that. We need to be defined
Here's the thing.
in a better light, I'll say.
Definitely. But here's the thing. I believe that everyone's definition of strength is personal. So I believe that when we say, this is what it is to be a strong woman, and this is what it is to be a strong woman, I think we set ourselves up to not find out what the strengths are within me. For me, my strength was being able to look myself in the eye and say, you're not comfortable with who you are.
And let's fix that. Let's change that.
Fix that. And what I think we need to understand is there's strength and weakness. We look at strength like rah, rah, rah. No. Sometimes your strength is in the fact that you're broken and you recognize that you're broken. And so you don't take that and pour that on to someone else. That's a strength. That's a strength. Every time you get up in the morning as a single mother and you decide, I'm going to go to this job that I hate because my kid wants some McDonald's tonight.
Or have to buy food, or provide and pay the bills and take
But
care
how
of
many
everything.
moms are going to bed hungry because you decided it's about me making sure that my children have something? That's a strength. For the wife who's taking care of her husband who may be laid off for 2-3 months, and she's in there working her home business day and night. Selflessness. That's a strength. So I think we need to broaden sometimes what we look at as strengths. And it's not just always being out, like, yeah, I can do everything. I can be everything. That sometimes is what's breaking us, because we can do everything and be. I don't have to do everything and be everything. I have women around me who can pick me up. I have a husband who says, sit down,
Okay.
have a seat. Have a seat.
Yes, husband.
And I'll be like, I just cross my leg. Okay, boo. I will do that. Yes.
Okay,
That's a strength.
That's support too. It's amazing.
And for us to be able to accept that support. We don't know how to accept support sometimes as women.
Especially if you're used to being the leader, you're used to running it, and
Yes.
you're like, sometimes you really don't, you might not know how to turn
You
it
just
off.
don't know how to.
Sit down. Like, wait.
Right? What you mean?
you
Huh?
doing?
What you?
Sit down.
Sit down.
Wait, what you about to cook?
Exactly.
Wait.
What you put? How'd you
Stove is
season
too
that?
high. Why you make rice? Like,
Brown or white? What is it?
exactly.
It's okay to sit down.
It's okay
There's
to sit
strength
down.
in that.
That's a good tip. It is okay to sit down.
Yes.
Sit down. My goodness. So we talked about that. We talked about how powerful the woman is. And so how does inner strength and happiness lead to expression of a woman's power?
Oh,
You're finding that happiness.
Because when I finally am happy, and I mean genuinely happy, then I know the things that happen around me, that's not what makes me. It's the inner and who I am and who I'm allowing God to mold me to be. Once I find out the purpose that God has designed me for, now I can allow Him to mold it. See, but that doesn't come from around us. That comes from within. And it starts again with inner happiness and knowing who we are.
So you gotta have your spiritual and your faith and
You
your
have to
mental
put it
and
all
that in order
together
first before you even make that first step
You have to.
in a direction.
But that's where the power is. Because once I know, here's the thing, when I know what I've been purposed for, when I found out, or I should say when God finally told me, this is the purpose for you to help other women find their purpose and who they are. That's your purpose. You couldn't tell me nothing after that. Okay, yeah, you have some negative to say, that's great. I'm too busy on purpose. I'm too busy making sure that this woman doesn't fall. I'm too busy making sure that this woman knows that she's fabulous. I'm too busy hugging people. So now you're over here trying to, pull me down. That's great, that's awesome. I don't have time for that because someone else is depending on me to walk in my purpose so that they can have a breakthrough. I don't have
It's
time
bigger
for
than
that.
this. It's
It's
bigger than you.
bigger. It's bigger than you not liking my lipstick. It's bigger than you, saying you don't look this way, or you're supposed to look that way, or you should be 10 pounds lighter. It's bigger than that. And what that tells me is you don't know your purpose. So let me help you walk through.
Right.
Yeah.
When you meet women, how do you introduce yourself? What do you introduce yourself as?
A lot of
There's a
times.
lot of you have so much to give the world, you know. And
You're so sweet.
Like, you walk in the room like, "Hi, I'm Shelley Meche'tte." I will change your life. Like,
Oh, I would take that one. I like that.
and I will change your life.
I'm Shelley Meche'tte. I'll change your life.
Here's my card.
I love it. I love it. A lot of times I meet women just, and I can meet women in the grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is, I love to be able to make you smile.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know when you got up. When you got up this morning, I don't know if you felt like today is going to be my last day. So I feel like when I meet you, I don't care if it's in a car lot. I don't care if we're at a function.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if we're at a retreat. I feel like my job is to let you know before you leave out of my presence that you're beautiful, and that's from in here, and that you're loved. And I want to give you a smile because I don't know what the rest of your day is like, and I don't know what you woke up to. And that's how I meet and interact with women.
So you pour all day, pour.
That's my desire.
Pour.
Because
You're
that's my
beautiful.
desire.
You're amazing. You're
Yes.
awesome.
Yes.
I love you. I love you too.
Yes.
Have a great day.
Yes.
What fills you back up?
Honestly, at this point in life, what fills me back up is my family. You know, my husband pours into me, my kids. And what I love about my children, I call them my legacies. But what I love about them is they allow me to be a person. So if I'm mad, they give me that space to be like, okay, we just gonna let her. You know, they're gonna peek it. You want a cookie? You know.
How you doing in here?
Right.
Oh,
And so they
mad.
let me be human without it being like, okay, you're a mom. You're not supposed to cry, or you're not supposed to be hurt.
Because you're a woman
Because
first.
and they give me that space. And so that really allows me to be replenished. To be honest, a lot of times I get replenished from my tears.
That was good.
I mean,
And a nap?
and a good nap. Sometimes I just have to lay down and say, it's just not fair. It's just frustrating.
I cried, I had
and
a nap,
and
a
now
cup of
can
coffee.
somebody get me something to eat?
And some food, I think I'll be okay. Like, I'm gonna feel better.
But I finally have been able to say, it's okay. It's okay to cry. It doesn't take anything
It's okay
from
to
you.
cry, to be disappointed, to be frustrated.
Exactly.
And we, as women, I feel like we do beat ourselves up. Like,
Yes.
you're not supposed to be disappointed.
And says who?
It's not supposed to bother
Says who, though? And I think that when I allow myself to be human, and when I allow myself to say, hey, I just need somebody to love me. I just need somebody to hug me. God is so good. Someone will send me a text and say, you really touched my heart when you did this.
Yeah.
Or when you, and it's just like,
Instantly, just
thank you, God. Or my kids will come in and be like, oh, look at this. And it may be something that we worked on, or, and now we're starting to see the fruit of it. And it's like, God, you're faithful. You're faithful. I'm walking as you asked me to. And you're being faithful and faithful and faithful.
wow.
Even when it doesn't feel like it's like you're being faithful. Because I'm not going to lie. Some days it just don't feel like you're faithful. And I'm like, hello.
Am I where I'm supposed to be?
Right. Hello. My name is. No.
Now, as a woman and a mother of adult daughters, you're an advocate for female empowerment. You know, what
Definitely.
encouraging message can you leave women as they continue to function in a modern world filled with sexism and racism,
Yes.
scrutiny, sexual harassment, exploitation?
Ooh, my goodness. You bring up like a million
I
points.
know it's a lot.
It's so much that we go through as women, but I really want my legacy to my children to be, and to women everywhere to be, it's okay to be you. It's okay to be you. I know that we're in a world that tells us we as women can't get along. You're a lie.
Right.
I tell people all the time, I'm not your competition, I'm your collaborator.
Yes.
I'm
your ally.
I'm your ally.
I'm here with you.
We can do this together. There's nothing that we can't do together. And I shouldn't want to try to have the things that you have. You enhance me because I don't have those things. I don't want to have all of those things. It's stressful just having my things.
Well, I want what I'm supposed to have.
I gotta work on this end.
Right.
Why do I need to be upset and jealous and angry about your end when we can bring those things together? I really want people in this day and age, especially with all of the sexism and and everything that goes on, I really want you to look at yourself as a woman and say, it's okay for me to be who I am. I don't have to fit into your box. My size 16 is beautiful.
Yes.
My size 6 is amazing. My size -10, whatever it is, my big lips wear lipstick well. I just really want women to begin to look at themselves and see that everything about you was strategically designed by a father who is in love with you. In love with you. So you can be in love with you too. And that's what I want women to know. Be in love with you, because then we'll be able to pour that out to others.
Absolutely.
We can't do it
And the cycle
until
will
we get
continue
it.
because I pour into you and you want to pour
Exactly.
to someone else, and it makes the world
Exactly.
a better place.
And that's the only way I can see that there's going to be change. It has to start within us. And then we have to be able to pour it into our children, our nieces, our little cousins. We have to. But I can't pour into you if I'm empty.
That's absolutely right.
So I need people to pour into me too. But if we're always looking at each other as competition, then how will we ever get full? Let's collaborate. Even in
Collaborate.
love. Even in love.